말기 엽기 투가 같이 남디요가 나라로 도토순체 바나 포자비캅로 라샤 순수미율 나팅아 중국간라 아따라 개사 아니 샘카 자마레 아니 배우 자마레 아니 카체 마레 제 마소 샘카 자르자 추 슈마 겐쿠 바고 차 슈고세 때 로치 소니디기 랑기 샘카로 찰람 라비 뒤남에 메질 나라 라 카치라 베루티 텐지베빌 다니기 콜레 나라 카툴레 둥레치랍겔 I want to talk about how my father raised me, the advice that I received. That would give you a lot of insight into the person that he's always been. Because this is the kind of advice that a father has given his own son. Ni katule tari dunsun chuni yul. Damra dugishibagi kesa gyakabda misilu cha shura shugumare cha shui kaplu tesum meba cha shu madro mache nyanka kadichi theru kau kadichi cheru gen sata ji chata yuru wudu thachi ni mew ngachara gyakabda misi lu chadi ben damsi pangchu thisho meba chara soe lu tangchu pe cha shura shugo thisho wachin le bomsang charagi shuma ging badibe ngachara wachu jujingi gapsu zumbera cho thudibe cha shusu bachin chugi pen tobachin chara chosang se. My father would always tell me, serve your country and our people. There is no greater calling in life. There is no better purpose. You must be willing to sacrifice everything. No matter where the journey takes you, you must show clarity, resolve, determination. Never give up. Never lose hope. This is non-negotiable. Never ever fail. Serve your country and peoples. Nibamdi, gyakab ki rawaranse de sungchobdi. Namme sametsa chinil. Danze tabgo. Tida tango. Sem payamasho. Papa chere tamadu dungtere kyung. Tamadu su chungui mese ko maja. Shuma ani tamadu chungulaka su bom tedibe nyanka kyung. Sego chungu chere temajubobe chashuose. Gyakab ki rawaranse de sungchubdi gonle gondu pewberezose. My father always reminded me that we must do everything to protect, enhance, and strengthen our security and sovereignty. He would say, don't even let a tiny crack appear, because these small problems one day turn out to be very dangerous. So always be vigilant. Sumbamdi shabgi suniyul. Kesa 𝗟𝗲𝘀𝘀 쭝𝗟𝗲 파바 견데 ngachara chöde khasulu Gade dada japchu lejimbe pyugo se. Ngachara du gekhab semidi sangi gi temba gi peyuli. Ugi gururumbuchi da ngawanam gi temba lu 𝗙𝗏𝗳𝗁 themachu. Nyensung be dibe, danzi tab dibe, chachi shu dibe. Shuma maung misisulu dariwa tab zo dibe chitu supe bese. Ngache du se lapsumi dira. Ngachara nana gi ishi semba di ani temba di yin se. So my father would say, always serve the 𝗟𝗏𝗀𝗀, our Jung Tatsang, and our different 𝗟𝗏𝗀, nangbigi 𝗟𝗏𝗀. He would tell me that this forms the very fabric of who we are. This holds us together. This gives us the identity that we value. He said, remember that our Temba is the soul of Bhutan. Then 𝗙𝗵𝗳𝗁 ngachara dugi ngotadi danzi tapse. Ngachara du 𝗟𝗏𝗀𝗀 chungkulakani. Chimtsa 𝗟𝗏𝗀𝗀𝗀 bombe. Zamlingna lumi mambe. Terbum ge da gugi pana hubegale ngachara milope bumdun lamala chiligi temisube. Jamso bulu tama timnigi nyanka yuse. Du atara dub se lapsupe jago. Pshigi da rangimi yop chisupe jago. Ran dubi so the ngoshi pe ten supe zose. Shabki atara ani sumil. That our identity is very precious. We live in a planet with 8 to 9 billion people. And these numbers are constantly expanding. There's so few of us. He told me that we must always remain recognizable, identifiable. But above all, my father would say that our people must treasure this identity. Our people are the true custodians of this identity. Lakpardu ngara yabki suni ngachara mise dinandi le ngachara alu pususugi dubigi lamlususulu zedung kegose pango gadichi 카체가 하고고 차치디 ngachara misigira shugose di jungi chala mes suniyul. Den ngabadi ngara namra beru yapchashu zonga keji yugo ka sosusnala pa shabgi laga gyönde zonji ne za cheta tomkale pa beru chim sapji japsa zibajin shabgi atarasu chimgi zokesu danzi tapmares ngachara dubi lusere zotyongose 내 자체도 냠수치 주고배 다마 맵태용세 리더셈지 라더룸 마 호카나기 장추르 베루 와 장토토 베자세 년숭 베세 된 유고날레 파기 카주 땀제땀 람루 다우 마두세 알루수기 셰입조세 소이 릭파 the zorik lasokpagi ngachara ngotasu danzin tabra tabse. So during our travels There's not a moment when my father isn't worried about the forest, our rivers, biodiversity, even down to dzongs and temples and 𝗟𝗍. He wanted to ensure that they were always well preserved, well maintained, and remain protected. Then 𝗙𝗶𝗳𝗀𝘀𝘀 𝗙𝗲𝘀𝘀𝘀 suniyul. Ngachira du gyakha gi topshukti chituni. Our greatest strength is our unities. Gyakha laluchina zumbe mira dimasu pada su roda ngachese papa chere ja chichilu sechap da chamchi chile member nanalera khata ngolo bejachaje nyesisibe debedudo bachiri shabisuni ao ngaji gyakap chungkulakai roda dandabe bemisu jutop mitop rotin sumi ngaji temisube 카치슈라 ngachira chimchinagi sasazumbe gyakapchi michi namra beru laptubdube la beshe bachin kage lakhe misu ngachira gyakapta madyu kadichi bomsegoru sechu migil gachi dendubgoru dubsu suniyul. If we remain united, there is nothing that we can overcome. Dani shabgi sumdi ngara 𝗙𝗶𝗳𝘀𝘀𝘁𝗆. Then dunsun dumbadi shabgi suniyul. Nyam gawigi nyankhase. La lejim be jodos noi banara migi semgi langshui se yamiteni chu se tanti shui se khajambi se la mabewo liu se mito jenka ta be genku mabableten tu shon se digi nyanka mache dunangkilu kesa shumachu labi kablu ani ribgimgo mares. So in other words, what my father was always warning us was that complacency sets in very quickly. We fall victim to distractions. We lose focus. We take things for granted. And that's when we neglect our fundamental responsibilities. Lochi shabki tisuni. Nyam gawiki nyanka bomsho dera senpai shwe mare. Mi lansho te mare. Khajandi be liube tama name same kingen bomtyon ribgims. Dunsun gyabadi shabgi suniyul. Du gyakabdi dindi gobachin misera dindi goes. For a strong Bhutan, we need strong people. The aniliten di bengachera misisu. Nyamnyong lejimbe top zose. Cho yuntilu zotense. Ngachera misera kade dada dindi zogose. Misi dindi yubachin, misi ki dobde, misi ki genba, misi ki chashu, chala kachira zeguru. Ngachera misi chida ni membe, chida bumbe. Chika labe galen. Ngachera gyakabdi ya tu daya chese. Misi dindi zose. Anira sumbil. Even when I was young, my father would say, read, 𝗟𝗲, read. It's so important to read. Whenever you have free time, invest the time in readings. 𝗟𝗲, one day, no matter what problem you might face, just know that there have been others before you who've lived through, who've taken the same journey, who's confronted with the same dilemmas. Know that they have that added wisdom. Know that they have the experience to share. If you want to solve problems, somebody has already solved it. But you have to be willing to invest that time. You have to be inquisitive enough and make the effort to learn. All that wisdom is contained in the pages of a book. So 𝗟𝗲, you must read. 𝗙𝗶𝗳𝘁𝗆 yunti dubni. 𝗙𝗶𝗳𝗁 di name same keche se. Ngachara misi dindi zogo, chore dindi thego se. Ani suni yul. 𝗚𝗿𝗀𝘀𝘀𝘁 di shabki suni yul. Alu langsho matang se. Alu su namra beru lejim da sobki pana 𝗙𝗿𝗲𝘀𝘀𝘁𝗆 se. Di cha se. Te kachishu dera alusu kati samshogo se. My father would always say, don't spoil children. Teach them good values. Discipline is very important. And above all, his emphasis, as I recollect, was always on young children never to take anything for granted. He said, appreciation is a very good virtue to possess. 된 주담디 𝗟𝗶𝗀𝘀 mingtamdi 𝗪𝗔니. The reputation of a country is sacrosanct. 샵기순이 𝗟𝗶𝗀𝘀 mingtamdi 가치수메 총 다마 루 𝗟𝗶𝗀𝘀 mingtamdi 같이 𝗟𝗲 휘기 미기 같이 루따오다디 아오아니 룹수 야미이 룹수 쇼블라비 룹 아우쿠이 룹 슝미 로 마디우 차오메세 같이 루로테 마추바진세 샵기순이 대배어진디 께서 bombe를 깨다세 남르베루 루 𝗟𝗶소들루 𝗟𝗶 충굴라가질레 미루라 𝗟𝗶 bom수기 마칠루 로테 수페조세 룹 세미수 가디비에서 외친 룹셈 사당도유 룹 베잘레 룹 겐쿠바비 룹 캐타이 다니 좀벨랍수페 조고세. My father would always say that the reputation of a country should be built, it should be earned, it should be nurtured, it should be reinforced. He said, don't ever rely on legacy. So 𝗟𝗲, during your time, make sure that Bhutan is always seen, understood, and respected as a dependable, as a righteous, truthful, and an honest country in the world. That we are above all trustworthy. 댄순 쭈지디 잡기순이율 장든쟁기 핀숨 소비 미데세 대베네고 바진 융종기 람루다 팀기 람루드라 남의 쌈에 레짐베 고세 나처럼 초이네 땅데 답 대토토 가토토 가르 참토토 로테츠 베자고 바진 융종기 람루 더 팀기 람루디 아니라 레짐베 고세 My father would tell me, for a just and harmonious society, you have to have a good system. And even more important, you must have very good laws. Anidi ngara atara semka tendibe labil. 단줄로 ngara yabgi sunsumi tekale ka cheshu chi densun chuni badil shabgi suniyul kesa hema jotube sen dari jomitu mena dari jotube sen shuma jomitu che jera maso 야갑기 라베오들로 람치시고 같이 벤나 남벤나 가데베 벤나 아니수 랑기베라 레심베 여피디베 담가잡다 He used to always tell me, and I believe this is by far one of the most profound advice that I've ever received. He said, Kezza, why do you think human beings have come this far? Why have humans been so competent, so resilient? He said, it's because human beings know how to evolve and adapt. And he said, take this lesson from Mother Nature. If our country is to remain strong and dynamic, well protected, if our collective vision is to build an even more prosperous Bhutan, we must learn how to constantly evolve, adapt, reinvent ourselves. Be agile. 아니디 나라기 제오드벤 샵기 도토슨체 바나가루 수레 수수집기 대할래 자 체슈지 아니 제오멜 다 주탄줄로 나처럼 바바체르 미시수기 노솜단동 다 로추구 기린루 두기지버기 두게합기 찰라술루 집다 투가 같이 남도온가 투섬 가드베제도온가 아니 주마두기 하마 나라카툴레 둥터 질랍결 두기지바 투 자게 bombe를 제디면 자기 가지베 마지발 점링기 내땅 주드베 조들로 가티라 제루 남에 섬에 냥카둘 답마듀 텐데사 차파카잡 집수가 보슬랍도 좀베 나처럼 두게하페 탭지르 립 김고베 뎀정고베 자기 랑곱둘 두기 집어 투 자기 bombe를 제디 인데르 베루 나라기 제일 샵기 셀레 순세 나라기 고일 Shabname same tu ngerandi bejuil. My father's very proud of our people. He's particularly proud of our younger generation. The enthusiasm, the dynamism, the selflessness, the desire to make a difference. How deeply we care for each other, and even more, how much we care for our country. He sees how proud we are to call ourselves Bhutanese. He understands that we are willing to do everything to serve Bhutan, to protect Bhutan, to build Bhutan. 𝗙𝗿𝗀𝘀𝘀𝘁 𝗵𝗿 𝗙𝗲𝗃 미세기 𝗙𝗶𝗳𝘁𝗵 𝗙𝗲𝗃 미세기 𝗬𝗍 𝗙𝗲𝗃 미세기 𝗙𝗿𝗀 𝗙𝗏 남덕이 토레 𝗙𝗲𝘂𝗿𝘁 𝗙𝗏𝗳𝗀𝗁 지돌 아니 벤디기 샵기 아따라 숨매 답마디오디 튀용 냥카디 두 제고페 라샤 톰메 대보다 마저르 미시기 겐바수베 마저르 두기야캅루 차슈수베 The future is bright. 마옹바디 레짐 조니메메 남에스메 로데 녜라인스 순유일 당아니디 나라 고급존드베 젤루 라부베스 노드르듀일 다 바바체레 나라 노솜담멜 시 퓨두질 아네 왜 타땅 더베 자 지지 bombe 보자 다니 신디 된다까지 나서 when you see a tree what is the purpose of that tree 아니 신디 봄테갈레 메토치샤니도 메토칼레 도마디 사가피 대부터스 아닐레텐 쇠디 마사날루 팀베 배우진 대하늘레 신 표도 주담 주고 자오말 신 주담디 보자비갈렌 딜레텐 신 자지 보자말 신 자드날레 신 치지 틸레 붐베 one single tree flowers fruits and then offers that seed to Mother Nature. And through that existence, you see those seeds germinate. And very quickly, you see 10 trees. And those 10 help produce 100. And then 1,000. And then 10,000. And then 100,000. 땡아르기 안에 베제오다 마치라나 두게 갑놀로 게오 곰기 투멘 마치라 딘지 파미기 굽세 와타 최종 수마수기 잡지디베 베심다 나테 카치오들로 디치치레 짐추날로 남롱 앞중앙아 이 뒤진드나 마옹견지 쟁기 갭지 투놀 데 되게 잘할래 댄디베 마저르 개합디 딘디 테실 되게 따왈래 마저르 개합기 람 희상섭의 조나일 대안이 지미시기 원추디 신지 좀베 제오멜 대보다 신지레 주탐레 자치 잘레 티 tille bumbe boda ngaje gara shinji gi sönil. We are all from the same stock. We share the same responsibility. We are on the same journey into the future. We have a common purpose. And that foundation has been laid, that seed has been sowed by none other than 𝗍𝗍𝘀𝘀𝘀𝘀. So on this very special occasion, we would like to repledge our loyalty, our service, our devotion, and we would like to assure 𝗍𝗍𝘀𝘀𝘀𝘀 that we will not falter nor fail. We will do him proud. We will honor his legacy. We will make sure that our Ugi Guru Rinpoche and 𝗟𝗏𝗀𝘀𝘀𝑺 Temba will withstand the test of time, will flourish. And Bhutan will always remain to be a special country. The Marakatule Tari Kokapna Beshim, the Name Same Karichel, the Dugeshiba Tari Gono Dinju Jepmel, Madibitendi Zumbe, Labab Duchekalu, Katu Jape. The Nachera Misiki, Semkalu, the Nawakawachin, Maratsibilu the Shutail. Dugeshiba Gono Jachi Jepta, Toral Habab Duchimbala. The Maratariki Nimdalu, Missy the Chica Laptube Tibe, Belum di Torotari Zumbera, Dugeshiba Gono Jachi Jepta. Dari Zumbera, Labab Duchekalu Katuchap. Dari Zumbera, Nachera Gelun Bansum, Tamsi Pansuk, Laptip, Gatin Tendisu, Gerabna Tsupera Tsisung Shuge se, Dari Tashi Melompul, Karichela.
Luka!